Both those figures are interesting for different reasons. Virtually all libel cases are against newspapers, and people have been getting enormous amounts. You'll remember Geoffrey Archer getting £500,000, and people said that jurors didn't like newspapers and journalists, they were punishing them. They're in an interesting position here that they had to actually award money to a journalist, and they've decided not to give him very much. And the 60p is very interesting. That's the cost of one copy of the Sunday Times, and I think the jury's chosen that deliberately instead of 50p or £1, as you might, because they're having a little joke.
Well, a fair amount of mud has been thrown in this case. You've been watching with detached amusement on the sidelines. What have the high points been for you?
Oh, the great thing has been the clash between these two very different kinds of man. That if a novelist tried to sum up two different kinds of Englishmen, and they call them Peregrine Worsthorne and Andrew Neil, one very English, one sort of wiry and tough and Scottish, they couldn't do better. And the great thing about Peregrine Worsthorne has been that he actually talks as you'd expect him to with that name. He was asked by counsel to describe Pamela Bordez and her virtues, and he talked about her pleasing frontal aspect. And counsel tried to push him a bit and said, "Do you mean bosom?" And he wouldn't even use that word, and he'd use French, Greek and Latin and so on. And he wears a three-piece suit, and then there's Andrew Neil in his sort of modern Korean suits or whatever. And the clubs as well that have come up, and there's two London clubs. The Garrick Club, that's always pronounced with great reverence, where Peregrine Worsthorne is a member, and Tramp. He always says it, Peregrine Worsthorne, Tramp, as if someone's sort of out on the street, which is the club where Andrew Neil goes. Yeah. So you've had that great clash between those two.
Well, it's been a great Fleet Street show trial, but at the end of the day, has public morality been really well served, do you think?
I don't think it has. I think there's a slight worry for newspapers now, which is exactly what you can say about someone in print. Journalists are supposed to be much thicker skinned than ordinary people. They should be. They dish it out. They don't usually sue. If you have journalists suing and winning, then I think any journalist, and I'm quite worried myself, will worry exactly what you can say about someone.
Mark Lawson, thank you.